Rick Upchurch was fearless. Raised on a farm in Holland, Ohio, Upchurch grew up idolizing Gale Sayers and wore number 40 in high school and college in honor of his childhood hero. He attended Springfield High School, where he started running back, played basketball, and was an all-state performer in track. His path to the NFL was one of perseverance, having had to overcome the loss of both of his grandparents, who raised him, at a young age, and being held back in 6th grade, which consequently made him too old to participate in sports as a senior. Fortunately, he had counselors and coaches in his corner, and at their recommendation, he got his GED in order to finish high school early and continue pursuing football at junior college. The plan couldn't have worked better. He enrolled at Indian Hills Community College in Centerville, Iowa, and quickly made a name for himself as a speedy running back, rushing for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns in his first game. He enjoyed 2 All-American seasons before transferring to the University of Minnesota, where he was utilized as a running back, receiver, and returner, leading the team in rushing and scoring during his 2 seasons as a Golden Gopher, and finished his career with over 2,000 scrimmage yards, 18 offensive touchdowns, and a 6.1 yards per carry average. He would then be drafted 95th overall by the Denver Broncos in 1975, who planned to use him as a receiver and return specialist. He was surprised at the selection, as Denver hadn't shown any interest leading up to the draft. Regardless, once in the Rocky Mountain State, Upchurch did what he does best, and made a lasting impression immediately, racking up 284 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns in his debut. The first was on a reverse, and the second was a 90-yard receiving score. What makes this performance that much more impressive is that he was hit so hard on the opening kickoff that his helmet cracked, forcing him to wear a spare with no decal on it for a portion of the game. Upchurch ended his rookie season with 1,929 all-purpose yards, the 5th highest ever in a rookie season at the time. By year 2, he would firmly establish himself as a premier returner, scoring an NFL record 4 punt return touchdowns, 2 of which came in the same game. He received his first of 4 consecutive All-Pro nods and was named to the Pro Bowl, the first of 4 in his career. Year 3 would be monumental, as the Broncos would begin a new regime under coach Red Miller, who further unlocked Upchurch and helped build a winning tradition in Denver. The Broncos not only finished a franchise best 12-2, but they made their first postseason and Super Bowl appearance, where they faced off against Roger Staubach and the dreaded Dallas Cowboys Doomsday 2 defense. While the Broncos lost 27-10, Upchurch had a good game, chipping in 125 total yards, including a 67-yard kickoff return, which set up Denver's only touchdown of the game and was also a Super Bowl record at the time. He would once again lead the league in punt return touchdowns in 1978 before seeing his role shift in 1979, when he was inserted as a starting receiver and ended up catching a career-high 64 passes for 937 yards and 7 touchdowns, while also managing to pass Emlyn Tunnell as the all-time punt return yardage leader. He enjoyed another 4 highly productive seasons, one of which resulted in a first-team All-Pro bid, and another that included being on the receiving end of John Elway's first completion, before ultimately being forced to retire in 1983 due to a neck injury. He finished his career with 267 receptions for 4,369 yards, had 5,363 return yards, and 35 total touchdowns, 8 of which came through punt returns. A 5'10", 175-pound 4th-round pick, Upchurch exceeded all expectations and is one of only 29 players to be named to 2 different all-decade teams. He not only had a tremendous impact on special teams, but on scouting as well, specifically how undersized players and those coming from junior college are viewed. I want to thank you for watching, and I would love to hear your thoughts on whether or not Rick Upchurch deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.